Alright guys, welcome back for the final of this format. Basically, I just want to go over the top deck list with you, the best decks that you can play right now. We have the season 33 top 10 rating deck lists, and we also have the Duelist Cup top 100 lists here, the standing. And oh my god, I wish that this website is so dead, unfortunately. It was such a great website, but now it's totally dead when it comes to this ad stuff. It's really crazy. DK did a really bad job. The new website that he has is awesome, but this is just a catastrophe. I guess it's catastrophe. But yeah, we have the top 10 decks here, a rating deck list, and obviously we will get the new stuff next week with Temper Dragon, which will definitely shake up the meta. But let's take a last look at the best decks that are there in the format right now. We have here the top player ranking, and this might be why we are seeing the hit on the Tielemans Primeval Planet Pearl Rhino here, because yeah, the deck is not, I think, performing super well. We had these win rates from the World Championship. Those were not that great, but I think a lot of people are playing the deck, and this is why they are hitting this. So we have the hit on Tielemans here with the Primeval Pearl Rhino. He making the top spot here without Horus, so no Horus engine in here. Very interesting. Otherwise, this is kind of like, yeah, classic here. We have Supreme Seema for more good normal summons. And then nothing too fancy here. The winner is pretty nice in my opinion, having one Shadowed Beast in here, making the winner on your opponent's turn, basically locking your opponent out from playing the game. This can definitely work quite well. It's a very strong yeah, option in my opinion. But then again, I'm not quite sure why we are hitting the Pearl Rhino, because I don't think the deck is too fancy, too crazy. You can let me know in the comments what you think of the current elements. You can definitely also tag in a lot of Bystials right now. I guess this will change when Tenpai comes out, but we will have to see. Let me know in the comments what you think. By the way, if you like my videos, please consider subscribing, hitting a thumbs up and the notification bell. This would help out a lot. We don't have the second place here, but we have the third place with the fire decks. We are getting the Poplar 2-1 here, as well as the fire High Avatar Kirin 2-2, which is not impactful. I've talked about this. This doesn't change anything. Poplar 2-1 is definitely a change, but I think that the fire deck might still be the best deck in the game. We will have to see. We will have to see. At the moment, it does maybe not look like it that we will get the Tenpai Dragon Field Spell 2-1. If we get Tenpai Dragon Field Spell at 3, Tenpai Dragon might be the best deck in the game. We will have to see. I'm not 100% sure how this will turn out. But yeah, this is basically classic. We are running 2 Promethean Princes. I think this is quite yeah, clever, because Kashtiwar Unicorn is still a thing, and definitely makes a lot of problems here. We are playing 2 Diabellstar. I talked about maybe banning the Diabellstar or putting it to 2 or 1, but a lot of people are only playing 2, so that does not really make a difference here. And then, as I already said, Kirin to 2 does not really make a difference. I have played this all along at 2 and performed quite well, so it doesn't really matter. We have obviously Jubel will be the second or most strongest deck. The top 3 decks in the next format will be Tenpai, Jubel, and Fire. So Viking Snake Eye with no doubt about it. And Jubel is definitely not the baddest Tenpai matchup. This has to be said. Tenpai has a hard time pushing through Jubel, especially because of the Nightmare Pain together with the Jubels on the field. But Jubel will also receive some hits in the form of opening of the Spirit Gates to 2 and Phantom of Jubel to 2. Both are nice hits, I have to say, and we will have to see how this turns out. We are playing Piri Rice Map here for more consistency. Maybe we will also play Piri Rice Map in the future, now that we have the opening of the Spirit Gates at 2. This could make sense. We have another Jubel list here. Oh no, it's not Jubel, it's Jubel combined with Sprite. Very interesting, bringing the Sprites back. I really loved Sprites, but they definitely have been power crept here. Gigantic Sprite, still one of the cards with the most amazing animation. We have at the 8th place here a person that firstly played Viking Snake Eyes, a pretty standard list, I would say. Droll being more popular in the format as of right now. And then we have this 40 card Tielemans list here. No Horus cards, but we have the new Black Goat Laughs. Obviously quite nice. If you mill this to the grave, you can use this to basically negate any monster effect on the field. This is cool. This works. So we have this Tielement list right here together with the Fire King stuff. And then we have 9th place Nicky Boy. I remember this name. I think he's also playing tournaments quite regularly. And we have Rescue Ace here together with some Snake Eye stuff. I hate this deck. I hate Rescue Ace. You can see they are only playing one popular. Very interesting. But yeah, this definitely performs, definitely works. Putting out the Turbulence and setting 4 is very strong, especially into Max C. Every deck that is good into Max C will be good in Master Duel. We have 10th place here, another Rescue Ace list, very interesting. Don't really see this on the ladder, but it seems to be very prominent here in the top decks. And then a Fire list here obviously makes sense, changing up between these two. They're basically doing, no, not the same, or this, okay, you can't say that they're doing the same. They are quite different, honestly, but I think both of them are very strong, and Rescue is definitely a deck, yeah, that people can not count count out because it's still very good. And then we have Duelist Cup, the top 100 decks in the Duelist Cup, and we have at the global rank 1, once again, Jubel here. The Nightmare Corruptor ability tech will no longer be possible in the future. This is quite nice. This is just a boring strategy. This is just annoying. Everything that is floodgate-ish should go from the game. We have global rank number 2, also Jubel, and this is what we have seen in the World Championship. The best win rate was with Jubel, but then again the Fire King deck was close behind it, had less going first coin flip wins and also more games, which more games means that the statistical numbers will be more true in the end. Nothing too fancy here, nothing too special. We are playing the Gamma package, which we have definitely seen for a while now. Piri Rise map here for even more consistency. I guess this will be a staple in the future with, or you can definitely replace, I already said this, one opening of the Spirit Cat with Piri Rise map. We have rank 3 here, firstly playing a T-Elements 40 card list, a lot of 40 card lists, not so many 60 card lists like we have seen before, or like we have seen in the World Championship. Then we have Fire here, yeah. So you can see that there are, the top decks are definitely Jubel, Fire, and then you see a lot of T-Elements, and we also see some Rescuers at least on the top 10 list that we have just seen here. Nothing too special. Duel and Lockbird, as already said, attack that is coming back. You can also see this right here. And then we have another Jubel list here, also playing the Ibli. I think if you play this for full power, then you should play the Ibli as long as you can. This is just very strong and easy to get to. Another Jubel list here. We can definitely see Jubel dominating. Here's another Fire list. Nothing too special, nothing too fancy. Here we are playing Triple Kirin, will not be possible in the future. Another 40 T-Elements list. You can see that the meta at the moment is quite stale, quite figured out, because there have not been a lot of things changing the meta, because the top decks have been the top decks for a while now. Jubel, Fire King, and then T-Elements obviously was still there, already there. Very famous right now. I'm not quite sure why. And yeah, we will get Temper. This will definitely shake up the meta a lot. I'm super happy about this. This will be very interesting here. Nothing too fancy, special about this list. Another 40 card T-Elements list. Definitely people playing basically the same lists here. They look very similar. We are not playing the Horus package. We have not seen a single list playing the Horus package. I like to play the Horus package, but I just also like the Horus package. I think this is why I tend to play this. There's another Fire list here. Let's see whether we can pick up on some surprises here. Another Jubel list, because we, once again, you can see 2 Piri Rise maps with the Gamma package. We have seen this before, so it seems to be the case that we have a lot of teams running around in this Duelist Cup playing the same lists and talking to another. We have, oh, there's something, a 50 card list, Fire with Horus cards here. This is crazy. This is definitely a crazy list. I also think that Divine Temple of the Snake Eye together with the Viking Island, this doesn't really work. You have to go Temple first, and then you have to play your Viking Island, get rid of the Temple. So what did the Temple accomplish? I guess you could argue that in games that you cannot reach the Viking Island, you can use the Temple, and that's true, I guess. I've never really liked playing them together, honestly. And yeah, we have the Horus stuff here, making obviously a zombie vampire. Milling is, I mean, milling is not bad for the deck, but then again, not great. And we are not even playing the monster negate that you can make with Horus and Happy here. Crazy. I think this is the best one, honestly. Oh, cool. We have a sprite, a nimble Angler sprite here, together with Tri-Brigade sprite. Cool, very cool deck here. Rank 14, crazy that you could reach this with this kind of a deck. But yeah, you also have the Nightmare Throne tech here, but we don't even play a Phantom of Jubel. I thought that this is what you play the Nightmare Throne for. Once, when this card is active in tech, 1 feed monster with 0 attack, what would that be? Ah, we are playing the Dark Beckoning Beast. Okay, I do understand. Because with 2 Dark Beckoning Beasts, we can also make a Sprite Sprint, I guess. Very cool tech here. I like this. Classic Fire deck here. Classic Fire deck is next. Hey, this Voice. Definitely a deck that has lost in popularity, also because of the Bestials that are running around in the meta at the current moment, because of T-Elements, in my opinion. Other than that, a pretty standard list. If you have this, the Odd Ass Pendulum Graph Dragon, you can definitely play this. Another Fire list, nothing too fancy here. Another Jubel list, playing the Ghost Monarch Moonage. I guess we will see this maybe more in the next format with Tenpai being around, because Tenpai can play a lot of hand traps, and this might be one of the ones you want to play, because you can actually use this under Shifter, and you will be able to use Shifter. Here's another Piri Rise map, 1-for-1 Jubel deck. A lot of consistency. Piri Rise map, 1-for-1 triple opening of the Spirit Gates might be the way to go. Here's another Rescue Ace list. This time around, nothing too special. There's a Runic stun list. Oh man, crazy. Okay, I mean, I always love not seeing these decks, but I guess it's fine playing this. If if some people are playing this, I guess it's okay. Then we have a branded list. Not seeing a lot of branded lately because we have the gimmick puppet lock hit, which definitely made the deck worse. 60 card list with the grass here. We're having super heavy samurai together with pendulum. Okay, interesting. Not quite sure what we are ending up on here because I'm not the biggest, I'm not the biggest expert on this deck. But interesting that we have this here. Another voiceless. I definitely expected some voiceless decks. Another Jubel deck right here. And then we have Light Swan. This is pretty much very Light Swan heavy. Interesting. Definitely like this. We have some Telemann cards. Telemann's Light Swan. Basically, have not seen this on the list a lot. I was expecting this to be a bit more prominent, but I think that Telemann's Light Swan is just worse than just Telemann's, honestly. We have another Rescue Ace list. We have the Jaugen, summon the Jaugen with the Albion, the Sanctifier Dragon, blocking your opponent from special summoning. Very interesting. We have the Fire King. We have another Jubel here, but you can see the meta will be shaken up by the introduction of Tenpai. This will be very interesting. Another stun deck here. I'm not quite sure. I just don't enjoy playing stun decks. I don't know why people are into this. We have Attic Nista Mavmec deck, still one of the strongest decks in my opinion. Mavmec, the circular is still there, so strong. You can see TCG it is at Forbidden, and OCG it is at 1. And then we can see a person playing Jubel and then a bit of a different Jubel deck here, switching over from some cards only playing like 2 Spirit of Jubel, then pushing it up to 3 here. But nothing too difficult, too different here. Imperm, checking that out. And then another Telemann's Light Swan list, very interesting. But yeah, this is the top 100. I think the meta, as I already said, at the current moment is quite figured out, so I'm very hyped and interested in seeing what a change can Tenpai Dragon bring to the table. Let me know what you think about the introduction of Tenpai Dragon. Are you hyped, or do you think that this will ruin the game? We will have to see though. And yeah, this is it for the best decks in the game at the current moment before the big meta shake up. Thanks for being here, and we will see each other in the next one.